whole new world just unlocked, featuring crazy loot, epic battles, new missions, and unique events to keep things interesting on Rust. In this video we'll cover how to enter, its safe zones, islands, ghost ships, NPCs, and everything else you need to know. Hey guys, Jfarr here, and let's get started. The Deep Sea is a new location outside of the main world. You can find it on your map where it will spawn at a random side each time the event begins. The event won't always be active though. The Deep Sea stays open for 3 hours, then disappears and goes on a random 1.5 to 2.5 hour cooldown before returning. When it becomes available, you'll hear this notification sound. To enter the Deep Sea, head out to the edge of the map using a player-built boat. Other boats and air vehicles aren't allowed to enter and will hit an invisible wall. I've even tried sneaking in with a minicopter placed on a boat, but unfortunately the devs thought of this too, and it won't work. As you travel further out, you'll notice a storm forming with rougher waves and heavy rain. Eventually you'll hit the trigger zone and be teleported into the Deep Sea. You'll then load into a completely separate area, isolated from the mainland. There's only one Deep Sea instance per server, so you should expect other players exploring the same region. Inside you'll find small tropical islands, roaming scientist patrols, ghost ships, and a new trader monument which we'll look at next. You can also check the map to see how long remains before the Deep Sea closes. When 30 minutes remain, a storm rolls in with heavy rain and lightning. At 5 minutes, a siren begins and radiation starts building up, forcing everyone to leave. If you stay until the timer reaches 0, the radiation will eventually kill you. Here you'll find 9 traders offering a variety of items and services. Just like other safe zones, if you've recently been in a fight, the turrets will treat you as hostile and open fire. The layout of a floating city changes each time the Deep Sea resets, so every visit may look different. At the center you'll find the Deep Deck Casino, featuring gambling machines, instruments, and a trader. As for utilities, the safe zone includes a level 1 workbench, 2 recyclers, a research table, a fish vendor, a repair bench, a small refinery, and gambling machines. There's also a small farm you can access for 150 scrap, which can be useful if you plan to stay in the Deep Sea for a while and want to feast. Here's what you can get after looting the farm. The safe zone also offers some high value missions. One task requires you to kill 8 scientists on patrol boats, rewarding you with a rocket launcher and 6 high velocity rockets. The second mission can be accepted from the bandit camp's lumberjack, who asks you to deliver 3,000 wood to the floating city, which pays out 300 scrap. Finally, you can pick up a treasure hunt mission from Outpost. You'll need to head out to the Deep Sea with a metal detector and reach any of the islands. Start searching around and you'll likely find random trinkets before the treasure. Once you find the box, take its contents and head back to the outpost to claim your reward. Scattered throughout the Deep Sea are procedurally generated tropical islands. These islands are packed with resources and loot, including nodes, ruined monuments, barrels, and crates, but they're not completely safe as scientists patrol many of the islands. The scientists found in the Deep Sea behave differently from the ones on the mainland. They can crouch, sneak around, hunt you down, listen for sounds, and even deploy smoke grenades. If you manage to take them out though, there's a bunch of cannons which can be used against other players. Palm trees can spawn coconuts, which restores 2 health, 15 calories, and 50 hydration. They're surprisingly useful if you're stranded or running low on supplies. If you do end up losing your boat, keep an eye out for the shoreline. Rowboats can spawn next to the docks, giving you a way to get moving again. You can also find a boat building station along some of the island's coasts, which can help you make upgrades or build a new boat if your previous one was destroyed. Some islands contain the remains of small ruins, and near these you may find a radio receiver computer. Using it allows you to call in a supply drop directly to the island, which can bring in some valuable high tier loot. The islands are also a great place to use a metal detector. Searching along the beaches and terrain can uncover buried loot, with a small chance of digging up something valuable. Scattered across the ocean are ghost ships. These ships can contain up to 6 new scientists, along with basic crates, military crates, elite crates, and sometimes a lock crate. If you find a locked crate, activating it starts a 15-minute timer that triggers a defense patrol. During this time, 3 enemy boats will arrive, including 2 large boats and a heavily armed PT boat. It can actually be beneficial not to destroy these patrol boats immediately. While they're active, they often act as a deterrent to other players trying to counter you. The ocean is way more dangerous now thanks to roaming AI. These are small AI RHIB boats crewed by 3 to 6 scientists. They roam around the sea and look for players to fight. These are the dangerous ones. The heavily armed military vessels with a rear 50 cal turret, 2 forward-facing machine guns, and coordinated scientist AI. You can either destroy the boat, which sinks it to the bottom of the ocean, or kill the scientist and take control of it yourself. If you wipe out the crew, you'll get access to a crate full of high-tier loot. If you sink the boat, you'll now need to swim down to collect this loot. If captured, you can pilot the boat and operate the 50 cal turret. If you're ready to leave the deep sea, you can start heading towards the island billboard, seen into the distance. Eventually, after enough travelling, you'll be loaded back into the mainland, where you can return home and drop off your loot. And if you're still using a rowboat you got from the deep sea, you won't be able to return home with it. Thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.